Problem number 8. A newsreader of a popular TV channel stated that drinking 1 cup of Jupiter coffee each day could increase the productivity of workers. We're going to select the statement that identifies a potential bias. And we talked about bias and non-biased questions or statements, and we found out that usually a biased question is trying to persuade you towards some choice or some conclusion, whereas a non-biased leaves room for you to make your own decisions or your own choice. So let's take a look at the answer choices here. The newsreader reported is in favor of drinking Jupiter coffee. Okay, seems like they are in favor of it. Let's look at B. The newsreader did not test an experiment with Jupiter coffee. If they did, we're not told that in the problem. The newsreader should get a team to evaluate his statement. Okay, that doesn't seem to have anything to do with bias. The newsreader is favoring the Jupiter Coffee Company. Okay, so in looking at all of these statements and answering the question, which one identifies a potential bias? I would say D. The newsreader is favoring the Jupiter Coffee Company. For them to say, well, drinking a cup of Jupiter coffee could increase productivity of workers. So it seems like he's trying to persuade us into believing his point of view. So D would be the choice we would make as showing bias. Okay. Number 9, for a sample of size n, a mean of mu, and a standard deviation of sigma. So all they're doing is just saying we've got some data set, we'll call it n. We don't care if it's 10 items in the set, 20, 100, we don't care. We're just gonna say n of them. And of course we know this symbol means mean, and this sigma symbol means standard deviation. So we're just getting general information, no specific values for mean, standard deviation, or anything. If the confidence interval is increased from 68% to 95%, what effect will it create on the precise point estimate? So we've discussed the fact that when we're talking about confidence interval and we're talking about precise point estimates, we found out a quick way to sort of figure out what we're looking at. As the confidence level goes up, the precise point estimate goes down. And vice versa. As the confidence level goes down, the precise point estimate goes up. So they actually go in opposite directions. As one goes up, the other goes down, okay? And in this case, it says that the confidence interval increased. So if that one increased, the other one had to go down. They go in opposite directions. That means you've got an increase of your confidence level, 95, that means it's more data within the set. So it's harder to predict a precise estimate, okay? And again, what I want you to remember is as one goes up, the other goes in reverse. So that's it. And right here we have an increase. It's going from 68 to 95. That means the precise point estimate has to be going down because this one's increasing. We have an increase, we have a decrease. So let's look at the choices. Increase in the confidence interval makes it less likely to get a precise point estimate. Okay, that looks like as this goes up, that's going down, but let's be careful. Increase in the confidence interval makes it more likely. So here I see increase. And then for C, it says decrease in the confidence level. The problem said increasing. So C and D should not even be an option. Don't choose those because we're talking, they already said it's increasing. So it looks like A is our answer because as this goes up, this is going down. They go in opposite directions. Number 10, similar problem. For sample size n, a mean mu, and standard deviation sigma. Now, if the confidence interval is decreasing, so this time we're starting at 95 and going down. So we've got a decrease. That means that I'm not even gonna look at choice A or B for the confidence interval because they just said the confidence interval went down, it decreased. So it's gotta be one of these. And remember, if one is decreasing, the other's increasing. They go in opposite directions. So decreasing the confidence interval makes it more likely to get a precise point estimate. Decrease, increase. C is our choice.